How are you doing today? It's your favorite host, Brody Frye, and today I've got a thought for you guys. Have you ever just been outside during a bright, sunny day and you just use that word to describe it? Those days where you got to use the visor, you got to wear sunglasses, you're squinting, and you're just like, wow, it's sunny out. Night falls, you got a full moon, you know those nights that are like crystal clear skies, and it's like almost as bright out at night as it was during the daytime. Why don't you ever hear anybody be like, wow, it's really moony out tonight? Interesting. But that has nothing to do with what we're going to be talking about today, but stay tuned anyways. Hey everyone, it's Brody Frye, and here we dive deep into difficult questions. We'll map out thoughts, theories, and crazy ideas for the love of knowledge and growth. So, how do we answer some of the mind's toughest questions? This is the Mind Hiking Podcast. All right, you guys, I'm really excited to get into this one. So today, I actually wanted to discuss the topic of confidence, and not necessarily the word, but kind of how I help myself build it and kind of what it means to me. So we'll dive right into this. Those of you who know me personally, who know me well, you might have noticed that I carry a notepad and pen with me every single day, everywhere I go. I keep it in my back pocket. I got my little space pen. It's made out of aluminum, super light. My boss got it for me, so thank you very much, Ben. I love it, and I use it every day. And I carry my notepad, and it sits in a little pouch, actually. So I have my notepad and my pen in a little leather pouch. And that leather pouch has a pocket in it, along with the notebook pocket and the pen holder pocket. And inside that pocket, I carry a golden tablet. Now, I'm kind of going to pause the story right there. Those of you who know me really well, very select few, know not only do I love audiobooks, and I'm listening to audiobooks daily. I love audiobooks. They're awesome. So convenient, so easy. And I love just taking advantage of my time by learning new things every day. I don't like wasting space where I can be learning. So I listen to earbuds in, listening to audiobooks. And so those of you who know me very well know that my number one favorite book of all time is The 5 a.m. Club by Robin Sharma. This book is a life changer. This is the only book where I listened to it on Audible, and obviously multiple times. Most of the books I download on Audible, I listen over and over again because you can always pick up more knowledge the second time through. But I went out and bought a hardcover copy of this book just so I could annotate it, because this book was life-changing for me. It was amazing. This is one of those books where I feel like every time I go through it, there's like so many gold nuggets that just blow me away. And I'm like, how did I miss this the first 5 times through this book? It's just an incredible book. I can't recommend it enough. And it's written in a weird kind of format, too, that people might not be used to. It is more of a lifestyle kind of self-help book, genre book, but it's written in a fictional storyline. But it brings in real quotes of real people. It talks about real people, but it's written in a story format of a fictional story with fictional characters. So it's a really interesting way to go about this genre. And I wasn't sure how I felt about it when I first started, but just give it a shot. It's amazing. Another reason why I listen to audiobooks, and specifically this one, over and over again is one of these books that I've listened to. There's so many quotes that stick out to me in my head, but it just kind of gets blended in with all the rest of the books that I'm listening to. But one of the quotes that I really liked from one of these books was, and this is not a direct quote either, by the way. This is just my interpretation of how I read it or listened to it. But it was something along the lines of, you won't pick up the information until you're ready to pick up the information. So basically, how I perceive that is, if you are reading over something, your brain is not going to process that. It's going to, you on a day-to-day basis, you're going through your day and you pick up so much information. I mean, think of all the stuff that your eyes are seeing that you just ignore in the peripheral, and same with your ears. Like, you're hearing so many sounds, but you're only focusing on specific things. It's like that, where your brain's only focusing on specific things that you're ready to pick up on, or things that mean something to you in that moment. So reading something over again, especially in a different point in your life, you might pick up on, or you will pick up on different things that might be very powerful for you that you didn't see the first time through. So highly recommend rereading, re-listening to books as well. So many quotes in this book that I absolutely love. And when I'm going through a hard time or struggling myself, this is one of those books that I go back and listen to, where I'm like, okay, Brody, you're struggling right now. Everything's okay. Let's go ahead and give the 5 a.m. Club another read through and try to clear your mind and see what we can do from here. So also in this book, they reference I don't want to spoil anything because I highly recommend it, but there is a golden tablet reference in that book. And I carry this every single day. I made my own golden tablet. It's not made out of gold, obviously, but I got gold colored construction paper and I laminated it. And on this golden tablet in the story, it has 5 rules etched into it. Now, I carry these 5 rules with me in my pocket every single day, and I do my very best to live by these every day. Now, yes, I'm going to read you guys these 5 rules. It won't ruin the book, so you don't have to worry about that if you plan on reading it. But here are the 5 rules that I carry with me every single day. Rule 1. An addiction to distraction is the end of your creative production. Empire makers and history creators take 1 hour for themselves before dawn in the serenity that lies beyond the clutches of complexity to prepare themselves for a world-class day. Rule 2. Excuses breed no genius. Just because you haven't installed the early rising habit before doesn't mean you can't do it now. Release your rationalizations and remember that small daily improvements, when done consistently over time, lead to stunning results. Rule 3. All change is hard at first, messy in the middle, and gorgeous at the end. Everything you now find easy, you first found difficult. With consistent practice, getting up with the sun will become your new normal and automatic. Rule 4. To have the results the top 5% of producers have, you must start doing what 95% of people are unwilling to do. As you start to live like this, the majority will call you crazy. Remember that being labeled a freak is the price of greatness. Rule 5. When you feel like surrendering, continue. Triumph loves the relentless. Now, those words have moved me like no other words have before. These are beautiful words by Robin Sharma, and he is a very talented, very intelligent writer. When I feel this golden tablet in my pocket, it gives me the feeling that I can conquer anything. When I'm doubting myself, or when I'm being hard on myself, or when I'm going through a hard time, these words, just knowing that I'm holding on to this in my pocket, it gives me that confidence. Like, I feel like I can get through anything. Now, I also have a water bottle that has beautiful words on it, and those words are actually what sold me on it. I saw this, got it off Amazon actually, and again, water bottle I use every day, and I I drink a lot of water. So years ago, I actually had a dehydration issue when I was racing, and I ended up collapsing too. It was just bad situation. Ambulance, had to suck down 2 IV bags. It was rough, but it ended up being just because of dehydration. So I drink lots of water now, and every time I take a sip out of that water bottle, I'm reading these words. Fortune favors the brave. Now, these words are very similar to Rule 5, just kind of a different wording. But words are powerful, and not just the written word, but the words we put in our head and the words we say to ourselves, most importantly. And by having these words around me, I'm putting that in my head, and I'm making sure that I stay confident and stay brave. For me, what I believe is these two words go hand in hand. And in my opinion, brave means seeing something that scares you and doing it anyways. And confidence is knowing what's right. So you put those two together, and that is power. I feel like everybody, whether they want to admit it or not, wants some form of power. And this is what I believe that formula is. It's not that difficult. The only way to get these two attributes is with discipline. And if you don't have discipline, you won't get confidence and you won't get brave, which are essential for power. And I think that is very fitting, because power isn't a role that you can just step into. And those that do will fail. And they do fail. Power is something that is well earned, and you won't get it or keep it until power knows you're worthy of it. And if you're not, and you have it, it's only a matter of time. So really, you can see this is a big juggling act of discipline, confidence, bravery, power, and time. You get this right, if you can juggle this properly and respect each individual one, each attribute, then you will be worthy of holding them, and you will have nothing to fear. And that is a strong position to be in. That is all I have for you guys today. Thank you guys so much for listening. This was a very personal, deep one. Hits me to my core. So I hope it meant something to you. Maybe you guys took something away from this episode, and that is all I can ask for. That would be amazing. Again, definitely check out the 5 a.m. Club. It is incredible. I love that book. Again, fictional written, but It's really good. Give it a shot. And actually, let me know if you actually read it. That'd be awesome. Reach out to me on Instagram in the show notes, or email too, also in the show notes. Instagram is Brody_Frye_63. Email is themindhikingpodcast@gmail.com. Yeah, let me know if you guys read this book. That would be awesome. It's a great book. Hopefully you guys took away a valuable message. Hopefully this meant something to you guys. That would be amazing. So thank you guys again so much. This was a short and sweet one, but hopefully it was powerful. Final takeaway, just be aware of the words you guys put in your heads. All right, guys, thank you so much. Have a great day.